Hey, yeah, this video's about doing quests with variables. So if we go to the university, now here we have a quest with a variable. I could have done it through a person, but instead I chose to do it through a common event. It's the same coding, this just means I can go to it multiple times. So I will just copy the first mission. Okay, so here is my quest. So what I could do is, if I only wanted the um, person to give me the quest turn on at a certain point, I could have a switch, and when that switch turns on, he then appears. Okay, so you have your conditional branch. First switch of the mission is off, so when the mission has not been accepted, he'll talk to you, he'll give you the mission. I've actually given them a choice whether they take the mission or not, so it's show choices. When you take the mission, you get an item. Um, this is an item to remind you what missions you've got on you. So it's just a scroll that says collect 5 red crystals, which is the point of the mission. If you don't have extra items to play around with, you just do text. Your mission is to go find 5 red crystals. They're in a cave somewhere near the university. That's basically what my scroll says. So you just have that in the text, and the player would just have to remember what their quest was. Um, I then turn the quest line on, and the crystals that I have to collect, they get turned on as well. When I select not now, nothing happens, and it ends. Uh, this conditional branch, it's a variable, so it's a conditional branch variable. Now there are 5 crystals they have to get. So it is variable 1, which is my crystal ones, equal to 5. Okay, when that happens, I lose my 5 crystals that I picked up. Again, you don't have to do that if you don't have the item slots. I get a reward. Uh, the variable that again is a reward. This variable, control variables, unique ingredients 1, which is my quest here, gets down to 0. So if I go control variables, unique ingredients 1, I'm going to set the variable to 0. What this means is the variable at 0, the crystals then get turned off. This means you can never get any more added to this variable, which means this branch will never happen again because you've completed the quest. Because the quest is still turned on, this branch won't happen again because of this command here. When you haven't got the variables, this text will come up. I actually need to have another switch in there. Control switches. So mission 1 in progress gets turned on. What I need to do is conditional branch switch in progress is turned on. And what I'm going to do is actually inside there as well, conditional branch a variable my variable is equal to, is less than or equal to 4. So what this means is this will run, and then once that's run, this will try to run if you've got your variable up to 5. If your variable's not at 5, then this will run. Now what you will find is the first time you play this through and you get given the mission, he'll then say you still have yet to get the 5 crystals I need, because it's already been turned on, and of course because you just accepted the mission, your count is at 0. So if you cut all that and you insert it at the front, so I'm just going to put the text in there as a buffer. There we go. It will first try to run this, because the mission has not been turned on yet. It will then give you the mission. This means you won't have the mission, get given the mission and then told you haven't completed it yet, all at the same time. Okay. Now if we go to the cave where the crystals lay, these crystals, as you can see, they're on a switch for when crystals are on, they are on. I could just give you the item and control variable +1, or add 1, and then erase the event so the crystal disappears. But I wanted to have a monster come out of the crystal that you have to beat, so that's the battle processing. What you may find is if halfway through this quest you save the game and then you load up the game again, the crystals that had been erased will come back. So what you do then is over here you'd have switch crystal 1, crystal 2, crystal 3, crystal 4, crystal 5, and as each crystal turned, so this one would be switch crystal 1, instead of erase event it would be switch crystal 1 gets turned off, which would mean here, instead of turn crystals on, it would be turn on crystal 1, turn on crystal 2, turn on crystal 3, etc. Okay, so that is how to do a quest with variables.